Paco, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm a huge fan of your work, and thank you so much for having me. And I'm very excited to ask you a question about the movie.
Well, thank you very much for being interested in my work and in the movie. You know, it's like a big pleasure to be talking to you.
So the first one is, which was the inspiration for all the costumes in the movie?
Well, I mean, the first inspiration really was a very old movie by John Huston, African Queen. When I read the script, that was the first sort of thing that came to my mind, because it was a very similar story of a woman and a man together, that they were like very, very, very different.
I saw that you covered different time period with the costumes, and you've been inspired by armors that was more ancient that they actually that the time where the movie is located. So what was the creative process in that?
And I took my inspiration from the Royal Armory in the Royal Palace in Madrid, that still have really, really important pieces by our kings like Charles V and Philip II, and also from the Royal Armory in Vienna, in the palace in Vienna, and that was the whole idea behind.
I wanted to ask you about the clothes that Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt wears. Usually the clothes tells a lot about the characters. What kind of research you did on the actors and on the characters they have to play?
For Emily, that the character, I think she was called Lily, the first idea came from the director. The director told me something very nice, actually. He said to me, I want her to wear trousers because I want my daughter to have a reference of a woman that can do things that they are not, that she hasn't got the limits of what the action movies give to other women. Or, he wanted Lily to be like a woman with power, by herself.
Salve, devo informarvi che l'etichetta è sbagliata. Siete in partenza?
The color palette of the movie is very warm, very yellowish and green. Did you have to go to that direction with your costume too?
One of the things that really struck me, especially in terms of color, is when we were researching in cities in the Amazonian jungle at the beginning of the 20th century, is that all European people wore white. I thought that was very shocking, because at that time most of the cities they didn't have any sort of asphalt on the streets, that they were all full of mud. You only can wear white in a dirty environment if you are an European person at the beginning of the century and you have a lot of servants to clean your clothes. For the tribes that they live in the forest, it was again a question of looking at real tribes that they still survive in the Amazonian jungle, and the use they made of feathers, for example. And I was really, really fascinated by that. The feathers are one of the most important elements of their clothes, and they show the family they belong to and their position into the tribe and everything. And then I thought it was really, really, really wonderful.
Thank you so much again, and hope to meet again soon. And good luck for everything.